Warning, the following program contains scenes of graphic stupidity among four lifelong friends who compete to embarrass each other.
In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by two separate yet equally important groups: the police who investigate crime and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories.
Warning, the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Alrighty guys, it's your boy Pat, and as you can see, I'm outside Native Care. There's a bunch of cars in the way of the building, but I'm here, alright, and I got some unfortunate news. Since the last video, I think taxes went up. I think, what are those things called? The tariffs. I think the tariffs went up because I tried to buy the 4-pack of Monster, and it went up by like $4, dude. In the span of like 3 days, it went up by $4. This is crazy. This is worse than the gas whatever. This is worse than the gas epidemic right now, where the gas is getting higher. They're taxing the Monster nowadays, and I don't know. I only had to get 2, and so I got this one and I got this one. But I'm outside Native Care, and you already know, doing it for the video. We're gonna see what happens. I might not be the first native to drink 4 Monster Energies outside Native Care, but I might be the first native to drink 2 of them. This is very light chance. My chances are lower that I'm the first native to do this, but we're gonna see what happens when you do it. So yeah, here we go. I'm gonna start off with this one. That's really crazy though, like the amount of stuff that's getting higher in price. I just can't believe it, dude. First it's a $3 lighter, and now it's like $9 or $10 for a freaking a thing of Monsters, dude. It's crazy. I don't know, it's kind of awkward sitting out here because I'm right next to the sidewalk. There's a bunch of NPCs everywhere. They probably think I'm homeless or some shit, but I don't care, dude. But anyways, I want to talk about my last video because the last time I drank a bunch of Monster, I was talking about a bunch of topics that, you know, were true about how I felt. You know, I truly felt that way, but it's like negative, you know. And so that's why I want to make this video more positive. And I don't know, like, I was truly expressing myself and stuff. I was truly saying the things I felt and how I feel. And that's just that, dude. But I want to make this one more positive than the last. And hold on. I don't want people to be saying like, oh dude, Pat, why do you put your personal information out there on the internet for all to see? You're seeking for attention or some shit. And you can probably make that argument, but I think it's just fair that I should be able to express how I feel, how I actually feel, you know, because in today's world where the internet is nothing but manufactured, premeditated, whatever, where everything's not real, everything's fake, everything's AI and shit. It's like, I don't know, I just feel like, excuse me, why not make a change and just talk about authentic shit and how I truly feel, you know? Because everyone goes on the internet and they post like, they're like, oh yeah, here's like, they post all their wins, all their successes. No one ever posts their losses, and if they do, it's rare. It's very rare. And so I don't know, I feel like as a human, as days goes by, you have good days, you have bad days, you know. And the day I made that video, I was probably having a bad day, but you know, today's a little better, and I just want to make this one more positive. So, well, I want to make this one more positive because there's a res dog over there, bro. I'll make this one more positive, and I was gonna write like a list of my wins and successes and stuff, and things like my goals and things I appreciate and stuff like that, but I didn't. And so everything I say is gonna be unscripted from the top of my head. I have an idea of what I want to say and stuff and whatever, but then after I'm done talking about that, I want to talk about what I think about Kanye West's analogy on coffee tables. And it may sound like a joke at first, but it's actually a real thing. It's actually really cool. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about that after. But right now, I'll talk about things that make me happy, things like successes and stuff, and things I really appreciate. So one of them is I graduated, and I'm like one of two people in my family to ever graduate. It's crazy, and I don't know. I didn't really feel proud of it at first, but I've started to like realize this is a huge thing for me, and the diploma is probably gonna help me a lot in the future. And even though I didn't get the best grades at school, it's still like, I don't know. Another thing is I got to speak at graduation. This is gonna be like a whole story. I could probably make a whole video on this on itself, but instead of my school doing like the usual like valedictorian speeches, and valedictorian basically means like the highest grade, highest GPA, high honors, whatever. And like usually that's how it goes. The highest grade students get to do the speech, but I think my school does like a voting thing. I'm pretty sure. Excuse me, but they do a voting thing, and I was voted to do a speech, and like people were getting angry at it, dude. People like once the voting was final and stuff, and the votes were in, and I got voted to do the speech, they were like, everyone, or I don't know. I got nothing against these people. I'm not trying to bring back old drama, whatever stuff. I just want to talk about it. I want to say how I feel about it, you know. And anyways, these people they were angry. They wanted to revote because I was choose to speak, and I don't know, they made it very clear it was me, dude. They were like, or we're gonna be embarrassed at graduation if this guy gives a speech or something like that. And so I was angry about it, but nothing could be done. I was already speaking, so I don't know. I felt pretty good about that. So I got to speak, and I'll leave. I only have the first half of my speech on video. I don't know. There's probably other videos out there that I don't know about, but I'll leave it at the end of this video. Anyways, it was really cool. I got to speak, but honestly, I wish I put more effort into it, and I wish that I don't know. I left my seniors off on a higher note. You know, I don't know. It was a good speech though. You know, they said they said I got my, or I feel like I got my point across. You know, with what I said, and I'm glad to have been able to get that opportunity and given that platform, despite people not wanting me to have it, you know, people not wanting me to speak. So that's that. Another thing, I went to Chicago. I think it was my junior or my sophomore year. I was chosen to go to a school field trip to go to Chicago. And for years and years and years, all I've ever wanted to do was go to Chicago because it's like, it's cool. Like, when I was a kid, I used to watch a lot of wrestling, and they had this like event thing. It was like I don't know, it just sounded cool. You know, they said it was like this match is a Chicago street fight, whatever, and they get to use weapons and stuff. It's really cool. And so, I don't know, for that reason, I started kind of getting interested in Chicago and stuff. And I finally got to go, and it was awesome. I'll probably throw up some pictures. Me and my homie at the bean, the big bean, whatever, the big silver bean. That was cool. I ate Chicago pizza. That was awesome. I just got to see a bunch of people I usually would never normally see. You know, I see people of other races, other cultures, and I thought that was cool. And it really showed me that the world is a bigger place than I think it is. You know what I'm saying? So that was pretty dope. Trying to think of what else. And while I was in Chicago, something I would consider a success or a win is that I volunteered at a food bank, and it was pretty cool. Like that's kind of where I got to see some people from other cultures and different races and stuff. And it was cool to see the diversity that's in the world, and something like I could put this on my resume and stuff, you know, like I helped out at a food bank, I volunteered, and it was cool, you know. It kind of put into a mindset of how things work for like people who like have to go to a food shelf, or people who, I don't know, it was just really cool to help people out and stuff. And another thing I did, I volunteered at, was I volunteered in Minneapolis. I volunteered at Ronald McDonald House, bro. I'll throw on an epic video of me and the homies, Carl, Brandon, and some other homies. We were raking leaves for Ronald McDonald House.
All right. Action.
Oh, my gloves. All right, ready? Come on, Brandon. Big screen. Ready? Move. Oh. Lean it on. Oh, no. I think we might need another bag.
Yeah. I'm gonna get after you.
It didn't really work out.
I say it did.
Yeah, it filled it up.
And what that is it's like a place where people from all over the world go there, bro. There's like people from like Indonesia or some shit. People from all over the world that come to this building in Minneapolis. It's basically a bunch of hotels connected to each other, bro. And what it does, it gives families like a home or a shelter if they're dealing with like some serious like health conditions or have to go to a special hospital in Minneapolis. This is where families they'll get sheltered here or whatever until they're they're done with their medical stuff, whatever. And that was pretty cool. We got to tour it. That's a pretty awesome place. I forgot how much they said. They said it was like a couple million a year or something million a year just to keep it like sustained. It's crazy. But it's basically like a super duper hotel, but it's like non-profit, I'm pretty sure. I forgot, man. But if you guys like look into that, man, look into Ronald McDonald House in Minneapolis, because that's pretty cool. And I'm glad I got to volunteer there. I got some pictures of Ronald McDonald.
Put that candy back. I'm not buying you all that mess. Oh, try me, bitch.
Bro, I'm really about to get your pickle chin now, boy.
Bro, that was pretty cool. And on that field trip, I also tried, what's that shit? I think it was Chick-fil-A. I think I tried Chick-fil-A for the first time. I think I got a live stream of it too. We had Chick-fil-A, about to do a review on this chicken. I never tried it before, so I'm excited. As you guys know, I'm a real huge fan of chicken, so we about to try this out. Oh, dude, my mic was muted. Oh, dude, I rate the chicken sandwich 8.5 out of 10. I rate the chicken nuggets 7.5 out of 10 with the sauce, but without the sauce, it's a 5.5 out of 10. This is my first time trying Chick-fil-A. It's pretty fire. Yeah, I thought I'd do a review.
Oh, Pat's still sitting out here.
There's Hayden. I'm doing a review.
Oh, type.
Yep, John. Yeah. This is pretty good. I totally recommend it. I'll probably throw that on there too. But another thing I did I'll consider successful is I participated in a bunch of unified Special Olympics events. And I know people kind of clown on me and laugh at this a lot, but it's actually like a really cool thing. So basically what it is, it's a program where you get a bunch of kids from different schools who kind of have like intellectual disabilities or something, and they have like physical disabilities, and you get them together and they basically like play sports, and it's like a really cool thing. And it's supposed to, the whole point is to build inclusion. Was like I swear that was Dom Toretto, bro. That was Dom Toretto, bro. He came back. But anyways, it's basically about like a bunch of kids. Like, I don't know how to explain it really, but it's kids with learning disabilities or like disabilities in general, like Down syndrome, stuff like that. And it's a bunch of kids without learning stuff, and you get them together, and it's all about inclusion. It's all about, it's the whole point is to stop bullying or something, or stop teasing, and just kind of, I don't know how to describe it really. I mean, it's a cool thing though, and I don't know, I'm glad I got to be part of it, and it was cool because it was just cool to see people who didn't really care about a lot of things, and they were really just happy, dude. These people were running around, just smiling, laughing, and listening to music and stuff. It was awesome, you know. And it's like, no matter what condition they're in, you know, physically wise, you know, if they're disabled or they got some type of disability, they were able to play sports and stuff. They were able to, you know, like normal people, you know. That's a cool thing, and so I'm glad I got to be part of that. Another thing too, kind of with my graduation speech, I don't want to, it's if you know who I am and stuff, and it's probably obvious who, you know, whatever, but it's like I felt what's called, the other student, I'm not gonna say who, but they gave me a shout out in their speech, which was before my speech, and like in the moment I was like, man, like I appreciate the shout out stuff, but it's like I already felt like I already had my stuff when I was doing my own speech, you know. But I wish I wish I was giving it to someone else, bro. But if I was gonna say it, I just lost train of thought, dude. There's one monster down. I think I'm missing my bag. There's one monster down. So the person who gave me a shout out in their speech, it was like, it's kind of shocking to me in a way, because I felt like a lot of these people weren't too fond of me for some reason. I always feel like I'm being judged, you know, and I don't know, I thought this person wasn't cool with me or whatever, you know. I didn't, you know, so I wasn't expecting it, but you know, it was cool, you know what I mean? And the shout out, it meant a lot, because it made me feel like I could be myself in my own skin, kind of like, I don't know, I just felt safe, you know. It was dope. I felt like I had nothing to worry about. I felt like a lot of people who I thought were judging me were actually on my side when the whole vote thing was going on, when they were like, oh Pat, we don't want, or these, you know, this group of people don't want me to speak, but you know, even though these people, or some people say some bad things about me, whatever, they say I don't do a lot, or they say I haven't done a lot for the school or whatever, or I didn't deserve to do that speech or deserve to be voted. I got no hard feelings towards them. It's all in the past, and I think I hung out with them at or after the fact, and it was all good, you know. So I got no hard feelings towards anyone else, and yeah, here we got the second monster, right? This is like one of my favorite ones. I think this is a common I think it's a popular opinion, but this is like one of the best ones, dude. This is the Carter McKinnon special, bro. Well, yeah, Massa Native Care, first dispensary in Minnesota. Very honored to have this on my res. I feel like it's only been around for 3 years, but I feel like in the future it's gonna do a lot for the Red Lake economy. So I think that's pretty dope. The second monster outside Native Care, you already know. I think they have 2 more locations too. They got one in Minneapolis and they got one in Thief River, I think. So it's expanding, you know, where the Native Care is getting out there, you know. That's pretty cool. And something I want to talk about is when I recorded the last video with at the park, apparently there's an event going on here I didn't know about, and I didn't know about until I got home, and I was so pissed when I missed out, dude. I was so pissed because they had Baby Shell, and they had Stella Standing Bear, dude. Like, he's like a famous rapper from Utah, dude, like a famous indigenous rapper. I think he's awesome. I missed out, bro. I missed out, and they were doing like a 5-pound dab over here, man. Hot box, bro. It was crazy, man. Like, Native Care really do for real. But man, I missed out. I was so angry. I was like, dude, that would be crazy. But I don't know. I haven't listened to Stella Standing Bear music. I don't really know her that much, but like, I just know she's an indigenous artist, and I think it's cool that she's getting like popular and stuff. She's on tour and stuff, and it's like I just putting eyes on the indigenous people, you know, the people of native people. You know what I'm saying? I need eyes on it, and I don't know, in a positive light and stuff. I think that's dope. But I missed out on that one. But something I'm not gonna miss out on is Corey Medina Brothers, man. Corey Medina Brothers, they do a show in Red Lake like once a month, bro. And I didn't go to one last month, but this month, oh yeah, I'm going to it, man. I'm going to casino. I'm gonna go check it out. I'm gonna go see them Corey Medina Brothers, and hopefully I get some money before then, and then I will gamble, and then in the same building as Corey Medina Brothers, bro. And that'll be legendary shit. Imagine I win like $1 billion, bro, on the slot. I don't know, that's something I would take interest in, is doing some gambling content, you know what I'm saying? Play some slots, but I don't know. I think that's all I wanted to talk about on that topic, at least. With the positive things, stuff like that, my successes, whatever. So now I'm gonna talk about Kanye West and his analogy on coffee tables. All right. So if you were watching, I believe it was Jimmy Kimmel show. I don't know what year it was, but Kanye did an interview and he brings up this analogy about escaping the simulation, and he talks about a kid standing on a coffee table, and all the kids, or no, a kid standing on a coffee table, and everyone tells the kid, get off the coffee table, you're not supposed to be on there, you know. And he talks about when a kid cries in a restaurant or cries in a store, people say, teach that kid how to act. You know what I'm saying? Because he says we're in a world, we're unpaid actors in a scripted world or some shit like that. I don't know. And what he basically means is that when a kid stands on a coffee table, it's like, it's breaking the rules, you know, because when you see a kid stand on a coffee table, you think it's unhygienic, you think it's rude, and you think it's ruining a good drink like coffee. You know, coffee I think would be considered like a pleasure or something, you know what I'm saying? And so when a kid, you know, but the kid doesn't know nothing about coffee or tables. He just wants to stand on the coffee table and feel like a superhero, you know. He wants to feel like himself. And so he talks about being 40 years old and having a whole wall of coffee tables, which basically means that like if you live your life continuing to stack coffee tables, it's not gonna be good. And hold on, bro. Dude, there's NPCs everywhere, bro. They're everywhere. It's like GTA 6, bro. As I was saying, the coffee tables are basically meant to be rules that you make for yourself, and that are dictated by other people, which means like other people are influencing your own decisions and how you want to live your life, which is not a good thing. And that's what coffee table is. And you gotta stand on the coffee table, and you just gotta live your own way. And a lot of people, they're like 40 years old and they have a wall full of coffee tables, and it's like they live their entire life. They live half their life letting other people dictate and decide how they should live. You know, it's not a good thing. So he's basically saying that you should just live your own life And that doesn't mean go out and break all the rules that, you know, like don't end up in jail, stuff like that. But it's like, don't let other people make up rules for you that you should follow, you know, like before you post a picture of yourself and you hesitate and you put it in the draft, you never post it ever. And it's like, why would you let other people stop, other people's opinions and sayings stop you from wanting to express yourself, you know? And it's crazy and it sucks that people live like this, and I live like this, I feel like, and I let a lot of other people's opinions and stuff get to me, and you just gotta get to a point where you don't care what other people think, and that's how you truly live life. And the things you do now, the way I see it, like I won't exist in 100 years. You won't exist in 100 years, so why not just post that video? Why not post that picture? Why not upload that song that everyone that's gonna get 0 views? Why not upload that song that sounds trash, but you made it and you put effort into it, and it's cool anyways, you know? That's all. I don't know. That's what I want to live more by, is stepping on coffee tables like Kanye West. And I hope all that makes sense. But if it doesn't, you might just need to drink 2 monsters to understand it, you know? Now we got that out of the way. I low-key want to talk about some conspiracy theories, alright? Conspiracy theory number 1 is that I'm looking around in case there's any spies waiting for me to assassinate me or something, bro. But conspiracy theory number 1, I think Bitcoin is not real. They say the creator of it is anonymous, and the creator of Bitcoin, their Bitcoin account has like billions and billions of Bitcoin inside of it, and it's untouched. And they're saying it's made by like a Japanese guy or something, some Japanese tech guy, but it's not true. I think Bitcoin is actually made by the United States, and it's to control everyone's wealth, and that's why digital money is such a big thing nowadays, where you know, people buy Bitcoin and stuff. And there's an argument that's going on that saying Bitcoin is less worthy than gold, because at least when you get the physical brick of gold, you would know where it's at, you know, instead of seeing a number on a couple pixels, you know. And so I think Bitcoin is manufactured by the United States government to control everyone's money. Alright, I haven't been sniped yet, so I think it's good. Dude, okay, I gotta be careful for the NPCs, bro, because if they hear my theories, then they're gonna, I don't know, they're gonna call CIA, FBI on me, bro. But anyways, my next theory, I don't think the moon landing was real. I think it was manufactured to make people believe that USA is the future and the top country. And it is the top country, but not for a while. I feel like China's gonna overtake USA soon. But what I'm saying, when the moon isn't real, I think, like, think about it, since the 70s, since the 60s, how, like, we developed so much as a country, how come we have never gone back to the moon since? I mean, we have, but it's like, dude, how come we haven't already made technology and stuff that, where we live on the moon and shit? We already supposed to have flying cars and shit. I mean, the only good innovation humans made is probably this building right behind me, bro. That native care, bro. But I don't know, I think it wasn't real, and I think after America did it slowly, like the Soviet Union, India, all these other countries, China, they start going to the moon. And so or they were kind of fighting to go to the moon first. They were fighting for a spot on the moon, but it doesn't exist. Or the moon exists, but it's like people have never been on the moon. You know what I'm saying? It's manufactured by USA to make people think USA is the top country or something, or they're like developed, way more developed in tech than other countries, which is not true. I think China or like Japan has like the most futuristic shit there ever is right now. And so I don't know, bro. I gotta be careful for these NPCs though. I think they're plotting on me, bro. I think they're AI designed to listen in on my conversation, bro. I think vlog cameras are a distraction, and they're actually the humans around me are the ones spying on me. The humans, quote unquote. These people are robots automated by the United States. They try to listen in on my conversations, bro. But I think that's all I got for this video, man. It's been a good video, and it's a lot less than my last video. A lot less time. This is gonna be much more enjoyable to watch, I think. But I finished my 2 monsters right they're here. Pick up my garbage. Alright, we're gonna give one last goodbye to native care before we go back to the crib. You already know. Here I am, native care. I'm outside the building. Oh yeah. Alright. That's gonna be ended today's video.
I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you smash that subscribe. I'm dropping 90 albums this year. I dropped 27 already, and I'll probably drop one more tonight. So stay tuned on the Lopat YouTube channel, dropping more albums and shit before ending 2026. And yeah, that's it. My next location, if I get some money, my next Monster Energy video is gonna be at the skate park. All right, and after that, I'm gonna go to a lake. And so stay tuned for more videos like this. Make sure you smash that subscribe. And if you want me to talk about any other topics or my opinion on certain things, make sure you comment down below. And yeah, I appreciate the support I got on these videos. It's really cool. And yeah, I'm glad to have this platform where a couple people will at least click on the video and watch it and understand what the heck I'm saying, you know, and relate. So I think that's cool. 2027, hopefully I want to start streaming. I don't know if that's, I don't know, probably next summer or some shit. I'll get the whole setup and I'll be streaming, and I think that'll be dope. But I've been getting a lot of support on these non-music videos and shit, and I think it's really cool. It gives the audience and stuff a different version of me that they don't usually see. And honestly, my videos are a version that no one really sees, you know, like my own friends even sometimes. And I think it's cool. I think it's people who watch these videos probably seen different version of me, whatever, and think, I don't know. But anyways, you want more videos like this, make sure you smash that subscribe, dropping all the music, go listen to my mixtape, Steve Harvey 3, The Night of the Living Bart, go listen to Rap God, go listen to Squirrel Hunters, go listen to Making Out the Suburbs, go listen to Under the Sea, go listen to Nightmare Blunt Rotation, go listen to I don't know, go listen to all my mixtapes, man, dropping all this shit 2026, alright? Yeah, thank you.
I know I make music, and I know I'm kind of known for public speaking or being an out there person, but man, this is like, it just started setting in. This is one of the probably scariest things I've probably done. But,
You got it, Pat.
This piece is going to be really random. I just got a bunch of stuff to talk about. But I just want to say, I'm very grateful to have this platform to speak and represent my class, because I'm just really glad to be standing here today and have this privilege. When Chuck North, they initially started the voting process for this thing, it was a hard choice for me to make, and I just want to say that I would have loved to hear any of you guys say some words today on this stage. But anyways, let's get to it, man. See what I got here. So. All right. Words can't describe how proud I am of my people here today. I know known these guys for a long time, since like, you know, 6th grade. I know a lot of these guys since like elementary as well, like all the way to elementary school. And it's crazy to see that after all these years, after switching schools a bunch, we all like I ended up in the same place as the people I knew a long time ago, and I feel like that's really awesome. Yeah, so I want to applaud all my people. You know, you guys went the extra mile. You guys really went out there and did it. You guys took college classes. You guys earned your college credits. You guys really went. You guys woke up every day. Every day came to school, and that's just something to be very proud of. I want you guys to be very proud of yourself right now. You guys went through all of it, all the hard moments, all the hard tests. You guys didn't have to go through the being how to be as a classmate. You know, that's probably one of the hardest things in high school, man. I don't know. Speaking on hard things in high school, though, I want to talk about like the hardest thing. I don't think it's the test, really. I don't think, you know, I feel like one of the main things is just showing up and being consistent every day, you know, because I don't know how many times this year I woke up and I was like, man, I don't want to do this no more, man. I don't want to go to school. I don't want to get in the shower. I'll stay home and play some Xbox. But I got dressed, I hop in the shower, I get my clothes ready, I hop on the bus, and I go to school every day. I didn't have a choice. And I feel like that's just one of the main parts, one of the main things I gotta do. I know, this is going to be really random. But one of my biggest regrets here at Trek North is probably not taking advantage of what the school has to offer, because in my later years I started looking around and it's like, man, I see my peers, my seniors, like y'all be doing college classes, you guys do the student council, you guys are like president, you guys actually help run stuff around Trek North, and like after seeing that stuff I was kind of in awe, because like as a person, as a student, like doing the side stuff, the extra stuff, you gotta have the cojones, man. You gotta have the cojones to go do stuff like that, because like that's just the stuff I missed out on in my early years. Is I wish I took advantage. I wish I went to the after-school activities, because Trek North provides a lot of stuff, and I feel like I kind of missed out. So, yeah, the future class. School kids, whatever, are not here today, but if they were, my advice is to just be kind to everyone, freaking show kindness to everyone.